since I met David in '78 and the play had burst on Broadway in '77, I was able to ask him a lot of questions about American Buffalo while we were working on Lake Boat. And the reason it's set in a junk shop is that David loved to cruise neighborhoods in Chicago and look for that, which is kind of out of the corner. And besides that, who can resist browsing a junk store anyway? So he went to this junk store, and there was a table in the back and clear signs that guys had been playing poker recently. Well, if there's anything David loved more than writing plays, it was playing poker. So he asked if he could join the game. And the owner said no. They weren't interested in a young college-age kid joining their game. And every day, David would drop by the shop and say, "Any change of heart, any chance I can get into the game?" And every day he was greeted with the same reply, "No." Well, one day he didn't come in to ask if he joined the game. The next day he came back. The guy said, "Where were you? You usually show up every day." He said, "Well, I had this teaching gig down in Pontiac, Illinois, at the Correctional Institute." "You teach at the prison?" "Yeah." "Oh, well, several of the guys who play in this game were there." Not as teachers. So they decided, let's invite this guy in. He's okay. He spends time in the prison. Well, he got a nickname because what was he in Pontiac doing? Teaching. So his nickname became Teach, and that's how Walter Cole becomes teaching the game. And as guys would come in to play poker, and David played there almost daily. Occasionally, a guy would come in and nod at one of the guys, and then they would go off into a corner. And David knew that something was being planned that was illegal. And that's how he conceived this idea of these three guys in this junk shop. That's how the play came to be.
So in this piece, in this play, there is that element of sort of intruding on what has been going on in this side, in this town, in this strip, on this block for years now. And these guys have come up in this area. But then, one day you go out to the to the corner, you grab the, get the mail from the box, and there's a building that you didn't see last week. All right, and there are these guys walking out of the building that you've never seen in the neighborhood. You know they don't live in this neighborhood, and that's real. I mean, it's happening in my neighborhood, really, to some degree, where there is that movement of progress, building and commerce and business, where the old friendships and loyalties of the people that may have been living in this area for decades no longer apply. And and that's always a present thing. The element of police involvement is also it's very subtle in this show, but it's there. And as an actor, I want to heighten those moments. I want the audience to feel those moments of not only time passing these guys by and them trying to hold on as much as they can to those times, but their constant threat of what the newness is going to bring and how they're going to be perceived in that newness and how that's going to work. So, and I was talking with John about that earlier today, about how right on the nose that is for this city. Like right now, it's happening right now. So if I can help to translate that energy through the words and through my actions, I think I did my job.
I love this version of the play because of this cover. It doesn't have Broadway stars, it actually has the American Buffalo nickel on it. And certainly when Mamet wrote this play in '74, these three petty crooks in this yuppieized, soon-to-be yuppieized neighborhood capture what the American buffalo was in the '70s, which was an endangered species. And on the back of the coin, of course, is the American Indian, which of course also in the '70s was in danger of extinction. So I think that Mamet is a very poetic title for the play.